What's up, guys? You know, this water tanker shows that we're at the Garden of Eden, and me and Frogman are on a tour where life began today. I'm super excited because this is your first time out here.
Yes, it is.
And you got to stop by my mom's house today, and we saw the collection of bottles that I have. And I know
goal to achieve.
I know you've been having some good luck at the river.
Yep.
And towards the cave recently.
Yeah, I found a grape of cola.
Yeah, that's got to be rare because I
said it was bottled in Birmingham, Alabama.
It doesn't ring a bell for me, so honestly, I think you found one that has been undiscovered.
Yeah, amen to that.
Here in Mariana. But sadly, the pamphlets aren't here. But you've watched my Garden of Eden
I don't know
videos.
If I have or not, honestly.
But yeah,
what do those signify?
Each one is a little point in the pamphlet, and they talk about they talk about the landscape, and then one is where a tornado hit, another is where soldiers were perched, a bunch of a lot of cool talking spots.
Cool. How many of them are there, do you remember?
I think there's like 24 or something, and it's sad because this morning I was like, should I dig through my stuff and find one of my old pamphlets, And I was like, nah, they're gonna have them, like that's where the tax dollars should be going. But of course the case was empty, so me and Frogman just going commando. That's how you have to do it.
Sand trail's gonna make it quite the workout.
Yeah, once you get into the woods, it turns back into dirt.
Well, it's just gonna be loose. It seems like it's gonna be loose packed in occasional spots.
Definitely.
For the most part, it's hard packed.
Definitely. There's some weird cryptic videos on YouTube of this area that it's like, I don't even know how to really transcribe it. It's like robotic language that says like prophetic things. It's like alien language that's posted about the Garden of Eden in Bristol here, Florida.
That somebody recorded?
Yeah, or like generated. Someone sent it to me. They're like, dude, have you heard of any of this? And I was like, no, I don't know what the heck it is. I'll have to find it and send it to you, and I'll link it. I'll link it in this video too. Hey y'all, how's it going?
Pretty good, how are you guys?
Doing good. See any cool wildlife out there today?
Zero things.
Oh, we're Bigfoot hunters, so we're looking for the skunk ape.
Hell yeah.
Did you smell?
Go find them.
Yeah. If you guys want to check us out, check out Bigfoot Anon on YouTube or TikTok, Instagram, all that. Awesome. And if you guys like really bad movies, check out Zillafoot. It's half Godzilla, half Bigfoot. I'm in it. It's so bad, it's so good,
Heard that. Wait,
Yeah.
what's the Instagram again?
Bigfoot Anon, A-N-O-N. My name's Connor Flynn. I've published like 5 books. I've done a couple seminars in the area. Next month in January.
Just came out of that tree.
It was a couple limbs fallen.
Oh, that's a sign, But
amen, isn't it?
next month in Tallahassee, I'm doing some kind of like paranormal expo thing. If you guys go to the Warrior on the River ever heard of it?
We live over in like Pensacola.
Oh, nice. So you guys are towards Fort Walton by all the mounds, the ancient people.
Yep.
That's cool. Well, yeah, just reach out to me on there, and maybe we can all hike together one day.
I followed you.
Awesome. Is this you guys the first time here on this trail?
Yeah.
Do you guys know any of like the lore behind it?
Not really.
27 of the 28 trees in the Bible are found in this preserve. Gopher wood, which Noah used to build the ark, the lightest, strongest wood in the world, can't break it, can only bend it. Found right here.
Tree and the Torreya tree.
Yep, Torreya coniferous. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's only found in like 3 places in the whole wide world, and none other are like exotic wildlife or temperature and forest. So it's pretty cool. And then a delta that breaks into 4 rivers. And then also Finding Bigfoot was filmed here, two episodes, because Stacy Brown filmed like a 9-foot skunk ape passing through here. Little Cheesy Pond is also in this Garden of Eden like range, and in 1874 a Bigfoot was actually captured there. So
yeah, we almost rented the place right there on Pond Lane. It was like the pond was like right through the trees there from the. And
they found a bunch of Native American like relics there. So of course the Native Americans followed the ley lines and put mounds on it.
It's the kind of place
they all arranged with the stars, the sun, and the moon. It's pretty cool.
Awesome, man.
So it's a sacred spot. Yeah.
Do you have all that on your channel?
Yeah, you'll dive in for sure.
Deep dive.
Yeah, but
he's on YouTube too. Bigfoot Anon.
Bigfoot Anon, yeah. Definitely nice meeting you.
Good luck.
I'm Connor, and that's Frogman.
Yep. Frogman. Sorry, I didn't tell you.
And even us becoming friends is all crazy. He's from South Florida, and my name's Connor Flynn. His is Gary Connor, so he recognized the Connor
my
connection.
Middle name's Lynn.
Yeah, so
His last name's Flynn.
we're basically cousins, basically.
It's meant to be.
But
Too many coincidences to ignore.
and then he came from South Florida, and he heard about all the crazy lore up here, and like saw my videos, and now we're out here hiking, and this is his first time at the Garden of Eden Trail too.
I mentioned that to you. Y'all said it was your first time.
Yeah.
It's mine as well.
Awesome.
Here.
Oh
Yeah.
man, there's a couple of steep bits over there, but nothing you can't.
Yeah.
See, I use my boat pole.
There you go.
Well, nice meeting you, ladies. See you guys later.
Take care.
I'll hit you guys up when I want to see the Fort Walton Mound. I still haven't been to that museum yet or anything.
It's quaint, but it's nice.
Yeah, I would soak in, you know. And check out the Pensacola serpent story too. I don't know if you guys ever heard that. About 50 years ago, this dragon-like creature ate 4 kids when they were diving. I think it was the USS Alabama, the shipwreck that's out there. Pretty crazy story. It's all over YouTube, but yeah, check it out. Have a good one, y'all. See you later. Yeah, thank you.
Connors, yeah, right.
Oh, that's
That's how
funny.
they're going to remember us, that we're the pair of Connors.
The Connors, yeah. Well, they were cool. Oh, that's awesome.
3 hot days on the trail.
Yeah.
What a day.
Cool places bring cool people. That's
Amen to that.
that's one of my mottos. I should have gave him some Satsumas.
I even wore my Skechers. I left my Satsumas in the truck. I got stuff in the bag. So,
Yeah, it'll be good to. It's always good to leave stuff in the truck too, because when you get back, you're like, oh man. We might have to stop for Mexican or something on the way back. You like Mexican food?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or raccoon nest or possum, get in there and get anything.
Maybe
Get out of the
even
rain, out of the water.
in ancient days, it could have been a portal for a gnome or a fairy.
Absolutely.
Trees just harness so much energy.
Now we have to come back this same route, correct?
Yup. There's one point that it gets to the overlook, and there's like a loop that
Yeah.
adds,
It seems like I saw that on that trail map.
and that's pretty much the most strenuous part. But it's the most rewarding, of course. Yeah, we've filmed, I think, a cottonmouth here, and then a huge eastern diamondback rattlesnake, which I thought was really cool because it's like the serpent at the Garden of Eden, you know? And it's a sacred spot just because a lot of people say the whole tribe of Adam was similar to Sasquatch beings. And then, of course, Cain is covered in hair, so he's connected to the Sasquatch world. So this is a mecca. And then add in Ocheezy Pond and Torreya right by the area. Apalachicola River, which connects the National Forest to basically the mountain range to the Appalachian area, the whole region. It all feeds down right to here, where life began.
Oh yeah, this is going to be most of everything. We've been descending in elevation for the past few minutes. We didn't. We must have already been up high.
I'm glad you brought a walking stick too. Did you see there was walking sticks by that pavilion too?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, people leave them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty cool.
I did not. Did you see that?
I need to get the 2 hiking sticks that girl had. They're only like $19.99 for like a kind of, you know, cheap one, but they still work.
I like this one for a lot of reasons. It works
Yeah,
well
yours
in
is
the back.
perfect for this situation right now because it's like huge
It works
huge
well in the
drop-offs.
back of my truck. Plus, it gives me. Oh yeah, it's a very good walking stick. Yeah.
It's like a harpoon.
Well, it's rounded though.
Yeah.
It's not sharp.
Yeah, you're right.
It's got and plus it's got the hook on it. It's a boat pole is what it is, with that boat hook on the end of it, and that's why they're rounded. They're blunt, so that you don't puncture holes. And to
See how much
minimize the amount of scratching.
see how far we came down
that's
and
what
like
I'm saying,
how
we've been-
high up. Like this is a valley.
We've been descending for the past few minutes. I hear water running down there.
Yeah, it's the
Can we do we come close to it?
yep, right over it. You can even drink out of it too.
I don't know if I'm gonna do that.
Now that I remember too,
Sure it would give me this trust.
the first time I came here with my 2 Lakeland roommates from the band, we saw a huge like water snake in here. I don't know what it was, but it was just a huge snake, and I'm guessing it was just like a banded water snake. But those ones are aggressive; they'll bite you. But maybe it was a constrictor. I don't know. Ronnie has talked about an anaconda being spotted in the Chipola.
And where?
Chipola River.
Oh, really?
Over towards the caverns by Citizens Lodge. We'll have to do that one night too, Citizens Lodge.
Citizens Lodge a lot.
Walking that during the day?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you done the trail, like have you made it all the way to the trail in the woods?
We've been back there on parts of it. We've been from both sides. You can come in from the bridge, the parking lot at the bridge, or you can come in from the building.
Yep.
Where the pavilions and everything are at. I don't know what's
I want to disc
gazebos.
golf.
Yeah, we've been on some of that trail.
Yeah, me and Ronnie have like done like 3 holes at the disc golf.
Now what on that disc golf trail, those concrete paths where there's not a basket there.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to do? Land it on that concrete?
That's your pad that you
Launch
tee
from?
off. Yeah, that's the tee box. Yep.
So out there in front of that pad somewhere there should be a basket.
Yep, somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You see that weird red cloth?
Yeah, that's somebody's shirt or something.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, that's not natural. Somebody's thrown that out there. That's what it looks like anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Now we're talking. Stairs.
Yeah.
When the rail comes in handy. I've been walking a lot lately. Me and her. It's my knees and my hips that go to hurting. The desire is still there. You just have to temper that with a certain amount of,
Drive.
yeah. And at the same time, don't push too far.
Right.
Oh yeah, look at here. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah. We've already covered a lot of ground.
I'm gonna sit down right here.
Cool.
Not on that.
Yeah. That might hurt.
Right here.
We're eating some satsumas. Some of my favorite fruit. They're spliced oranges made to be seedless, and Jackson County is actually the capital of the world for satsuma. So they came from, the Mecca, and they were first introduced towards New Orleans in the Louisiana ports when they were brought over from overseas, in like Japan. Pretty wild. That's pretty unique.
Oh, what are the odds?
Yeah.
You know what we just had proven to us?
What? When a tree falls in the woods, it makes a
It
sound?
does make noise.
Yeah. That's interesting. That just shows to me that the nature and the forest is alive at all times.
Or is it? It only made sound because we are in the forest with it.
Yep. It's the conundrum
Absolutely.
for Connor and Connor.
Who knows?
All right, I'll go left. I'll go right. You go left.
I ain't going in there. Does it all come out?
Yeah, it all just loops back and forth.
Well, maybe I should have went left. It looked flatter.
Yeah, we are YouTubers and we write books on Bigfoot and weird cryptid creatures, and we do the same thing as that too. Yeah.
I actually have I told you that I think I've seen Bigfoot before?
Yes.
In the Canadian Rockies.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
What's like, what happened?
Something tall running. I could see. I watched it clear a whole like mountain line in less than like a minute.
Dang.
It was huge.
What are the odds that you run into some Bigfoot researchers here at the Garden of Eden?
Wow.
Yeah, man.
What was your YouTube?
Bigfoot Anon, A-N-O-N, short for Anon, anonymous. You know.
Are we gonna be on it?
Oh yeah, yeah. But TikTok, Instagram, all that, you can find us. You know.
Oh yeah, man. Is it alright if we do a little shout out?
Oh yeah, for sure,
Come
man.
find us at Sunburn Cannabis.
Yes. Hey, that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Got any samples?
Going, man? Oh shit.
Hey, no, let's keep in touch for sure.
Want to get a little tap of this?
Yes, sure. Thank you, thank you. Amazing. Sunburn Cannabis. Yeah, that's show you. Damn, that's so awesome. What are the odds, man?
Yeah. Florida grown company.
It is grown, Florida grown? That makes it even better.
All live, so.
But even
dang.
even the CEO was born in Florida and he still lives here. So.
Very cool. Where are you guys based out of?
I'll hit it.
Fort Lauderdale.
We got some down south, but we got one in Tallahassee.
Very cool. Man, nice meeting you, bro.
You as well.
Yeah, what are the odds, you know?
Yeah. Hope y'all have a good
Yeah,
and,
thank you so much.
rewarding hike.
Yeah.
Shit, let's not be fucking
Saturday, Cap City Video Lounge have a horror movie premiering at night. It's a film festival there. It's open to the public. It's like $8 per person. It's at Railroad Square. Yeah. Yep.
Hell yeah, we're right there.
The Video Lounge. But do you guys know the lore about this place too? The Garden of Eden. Like 27 of the 28 trees in the Bible are in this preserve. Gopher wood, which Noah used to build the ark, found right here. One of the only places in the whole world. And then of course, it falls in the Garden of Eden, Ocheesee Pond, and Torreya State Park, and they filmed Finding Bigfoot episodes there too. So pretty unique. And the fact that we all link up, you know, we linked up where life began.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
World, man.
Hey, good to meet you guys.
You as well.
Yeah, stay legendary. Wow.
I got two mom on it right there. All right.
Oh yeah.
I just picked the right one.
Yeah.
It looks like
They all wind back and forth.
it looks like the one still going uphill.
Yeah.
I'll say that was the right one.
It feels right. Hard to feel wrong when you're feeling good. We're approaching my favorite spot, the Lion King Savannah. This tree always just reminds me of Simba and Mufasa, Timon and Pumbaa. And it's a nice marker that we're out of the rough stuff just for a bit. It's a good place to regain composure and just admire the skyline. Yeah, I love this tree. You know, it's just got like the Pride Rock
Feel about it.
yeah, Lion King.
Observation point.
It's magical. We're approaching the overlook right now, Alum Bluff, where they found rhinoceros skulls, saber-toothed tiger bones, mammoth remnants, and a bunch of old megafauna from this Florida area. It's definitely a magical spot right on the Apalachicola River. There's been a lot of groups and scientists and researchers and outdoor enthusiasts that have felt the same feeling that we have just obtained. You work hard climbing through those valleys and digging through the trail just to get here, to feel what the Creator created. Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve, and the forbidden fruit. The edge of the old continent. Wow. Talk about magical. breathtaking.
Absolutely. This scale and then some. Especially when you add in the knowledge that this is the edge of a ancient continent that we're sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you said that's the newer level?
Yup.
The younger side? That's the
Yeah.
younger part of the continent?
And that's pretty crazy too. You could kind of work that into maybe Sasquatch research or even just wildlife knowledge.
Well,
you know?
see the river does all kinds of bends and twists and curves. Look way across the woods over there. You see the water?
Yeah.
That's the river. I'd be willing to bet you $1 bill.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It just makes big bends and turns to get over there.
And that over there is Alum Bluff.
Okay.
That whole cliffside.
Now I wonder whose houseboat or dock or whatever that is on the other side. I wonder whose that is.
Yeah.
Because that to me speaks of somebody crossing the river right there and going over there to Alum Bluff and checking stuff out.
Right. Yeah, why else would they have that little spot?
If nothing else but just walking on it.
Right.
Even if they don't remove anything, they just walk on it. So they could catalog what is there, and when they go again, they'll know if anybody's messed with it.
But yeah, this is all lines with Ochizi and Terea. It all just comes out at the same river, same old continent, the old plateau.
I haven't seen where it lets out into the Gulf yet. But I'll get there.
Yeah, you will.
It comes out of Apalachicola.
Yep.
That's what the map showed anyway. It looked like it.
And that's where the best oysters in the world are.
Oh, they really?
Yep.
That's what's being affected so much by the hugely changed levels of the Apalachicola Bay. I saw a video on that, talking about how the oyster industry has suffered hugely. The quality of, the number of oysters there at the bay.
Yeah, they stopped the harvesting of it
because
for a couple of years.
they changed so much, just so dramatically,
Yep.
because of the changing in the water levels, and that's controlled by Atlanta.
It
That's
all
where it all
flows
comes
south.
from Atlanta.
Yep.
That's where the major control's going on that's affecting us down here.
Wow. Here we are enjoying our picnic lunch at the Overlook. And Frogman brought some Grinch Hershey Kisses. And we were talking about how he's a hairy green man on top of the mountain that stays away from people. That's a Bigfoot if you ask me.
Yep, it's cryptid.
That's a cryptid for sure. But man, just so magical right here.
Don't trip right there.
Right, it'd be a hard fall down.
Yeah, no kidding. I see you trip over your toe. Don't do that.
Grapes, some fruitcake. Gary was having some turkey, bologna, and cheese. And I had some peanut butter and jam, homemade fig made by my mom.
Did you have some of that? Cool.
It was delicious.
I will though, she gave me some.
Oh yeah.
The red light's on, so it's recording, I'm sure.
I need a pair like Donnie does that records while you're looking, you know. That'd be really cool to see something climbing down the bluff.
Well, the ones that he got, they're night vision as well. By night vision binoculars.
Be nice to see a deer or like a cougar. Take a look at who's on the houseboat down there.
Yeah, right? What is that girl doing?
Yeah. Come out, son, please, so she can keep tanning, please. Here, you want to take a look at him?
Yeah. Wait, let me stay back from the edge. Where's the water? Where's the water? Yeah, see now it's just like a small, very small section of sandy beach. And there might be a 6 or 7 foot edge where that water, right where it meets the water. It's hard to say for sure from here.
Right.
I haven't even looked from here yet. Oh yeah. There's even more beach exposed on that other side.
Mm-hmm.
Now I mean, I assume this is private property out there then. On the other side?
Yeah, or just, I don't know, state land. I don't know if anybody owns it.
Because Because wouldn't that be a great place to do research
Yeah, to camp out,
and camp out if you can access it?
especially just because you're like double surrounded by the river.
Well, it's like
so
a little-
whatever
it-
comes in, it's
I
gotta
don't
come
know
out.
if it's connected at all between the two, but this one goes that way.
Yeah,
I don't know how far, but if you use the existing shrubbery as a gauge, you can see the difference. See where how the short stuff, the tops of it's white looking?
yep,
Follow that white looking all the way around in the direction that the river turns.
yeah,
And you'll see that there's a difference in the woods, in the vegetation.
yep.
These are tall trees on that side. Over there, tall trees, but at a different level, it looks like. I don't know. That's the only way I can try to gauge where it goes. I'll bet you it does go back over there by those other high spots. That might be Torreya.
It's the same plateau, you know, that like
More
right
than
at that
that.
right at that overlook at Torreya is the same.
Isn't Torreya in that direction?
I think so.
Yeah, that's north. It's got to be north. The
Yep.
water's moving to the left.
Yeah, it is right up there then.
That's got to be Torreya because I don't see any other spots that high. We know Torreya is not very far away from
Right here.
this
Yeah.
conservancy. There you go.
Right, that would make sense.
I bet that is Torreya.
That might be the other high point. That's so cool. One day we'll have to
We need a boat.
yep, take the kayaks and a boat.
You get on water like that, you need to put on a life jacket.
Definitely.
As far as my joints are concerned, that's what my body joints. That's what I have the eating done for. In medicine.
Yeah, this is probably the best thing for your body is pushing it to the limit.
Well, the easier we take it on our bodies, the softer our bodies become. Unfortunately, like it or not, good or bad,
Here's a cool.
it is a fact. Wow, now that's a view. Now, is that where we just left over there? No.
Go a little bit more to the right. Like,
Yeah, it's not that flat. It's, yeah, exactly. That is amazing. It has been in existence for so long.
right.
When I say navigational charts, I don't mean things that they use to sail ships. You can get their depth charts. Depth charts.
Yeah,
Tells you where the channel runs.
right. Even my mom knows certain locations in the Apalachicola River of how the depth, just because like the newspaper says it for fishing.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. And you can some river contours you can kind of predict. Usually, if it's a sheer wall up, then it means it's a sheer wall down for at least some distance.
Makes sense.
So if it's a sheer wall at the water's edge, there's more than likely a sheer wall underneath the water. It may not be very far, and it may slope right away. It may not be a wall at all. It may go 2 foot and slope out.
The washout area
But
ahead.
the averages are that it's just as steep as what's above the water. Usually. We are at some historic low levels of water in the world, though.
Yeah. The Euphrates River is drying up. Lake
Yeah,
Mead
I'm
is drying
sure
up.
it is. So have you heard all the hype about? Okay, let me take a second here. I'm going kind of slow. Have you heard all the hype or seen all the hype about the 4 horsemen
Oh yeah.
are penned up in caverns and dungeons off the Euphrates that have been under the surface of the water for eons? And now that the Euphrates is dried up, it's a biblical prediction, and they're going to be released and bring terror and all that shit upon the world.
It's all aligning.
Well, it is all possible, I suppose. I'm not going to say it isn't, but I don't know if I believe it or not.
Yeah. I think it's interesting.
I'm not there. So I don't know what these guys. I mean, I've heard have you heard the recordings of the voices underground?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've heard them.
And what's crazy is you said I'm
Sounds
not
like chains and shit.
you said I'm not there, but they do say this is Eden and where the 4
We
rivers
are
combine.
in Eden,
So
in Eden, correct?
is
Yeah.
there maybe a correlation?
Well, that's That comes back to there being those that say that Garden of Eden was over there,
Right.
not here.
And is there multiple, you know, of course there, Eden represents one place, but is there alternate Edens? You know, like I think there's many sunken Atlantises out
Which
there.
one are we stand on that?
Yeah, we're going to stay there, but just check out the view over here.
Oh, is that another vantage point?
Yeah, just a little one.
I'll take advantage and take I'll take the next water.
I'm going to see how low I can go, actually. Yeah, this is probably the closest you can get to get into the water.
May not be a bad idea to keep on us when we're in the woods, period. Especially with some of these places we go around the river with these bluffs and hills.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to at least set insurance plan, you know? Oh yeah. Do you got a visual on me yet? Do you got a visual on me yet? See me?
Yeah, where'd you go? I did see you.
I'm out here on the water.
I see you right there. See my stick?
Yup. Yeah. There's some really cool fossils, just like, you know, seashell fossils. Dang, this looks crazy.
Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, a bunch of seashell fossils down here.
Yeah, like mussels?
Yup. That's soft.
What they are, freshwater mussels?
Yeah. Dang, yeah, this looks cool. Be cool to see something like off a ship. Can you still see me all the way over here? A bobber. Yeah, I'm over here. Don't come too far though.
I'm only about right here. I see you.
Nice. Yeah, it's crazy. The water, it's just a huge drop off right here. It's kind of scary thinking there could be like a huge water cave right underneath. There's deer tracks down here. Deer. Yeah, deer in the skunk gate. Yeah, there's a bobber down here too, so someone's fished down here before, of course. Yeah. It's some steep cliff sides over here to the left. Oh, this is cool. So many times in Eden and never been here. Good place for the skunk ape to hide. Right in there. Definitely have a little dugout cave. That would be really cool to see some kind of footprints over here, but no residue yet. Other than the deer prints. Yeah.
Pull up to the bank. Why couldn't you pull up to the bank at night? You gotta have run lights on your boat. Pull up to the bank at night and put out some lines and sit here on the bank and have a fire.
Yep. I'm gonna walk over this way a little bit, then I'll come up.
I'm tempted to come down, but I'm gonna stay up here.
Yeah, no, another day maybe, you know, when.
Still got plenty to cross.
Yeah, we do.
I see this hill right here beside me.
Yeah, I'm even pacing myself, like breathing down here, because I know I'm still.
Any other trails that come up and down, or is that the only one?
Yeah, that's the only one. Most of this seems so steep. I'm like, man, now I gotta watch my step a little bit more when I'm up there. There's a big deer track. Yeah, there's definitely a big buck that has been coming down here. Oh, there's paw prints too. Paw prints. Must be from a big cat. Yeah. Yeah, definitely some kind of cat. I'd be more impressed if a dog did come here, you know? Crazy steep cliff faces. All those rides are really cool. So many. Man, be cool to find some shark teeth. All right. Coming back. All right. Back towards the climb. All right. Oh, a cool lizard. Wow. What are the odds that the first lizard I see is at the bottom of the awesome hill? What a payoff. Yeah.
See you later. Or talk to you later, Connors.
Yeah, that stuck. I'm taking my time because this is steep. I should put the GoPro next to my heart here if it's pumping.
Oh, it is.
Oh yeah, it's pumping. I can feel it through my chest.
That's what's getting you up that hill.
Yeah.
You get here close, I got my hook. I can help you out.
I of course could do it. I'm just not trying to have a migraine when I'm.
Yeah, what's the point of you didn't plan on winning a race today, did you? If you did, you're in full company.
Yeah. Nah, eating and racing don't go hand in hand. You gotta enjoy eating.
Pace yourself.
Yeah,
Immerse yourself in the experience.
definitely.
Especially when you're hiking with programs. Two-thirds. You're two-thirds of the way up.
Yeah, I'm
That's
here.
the hardest part. I don't know what the bottom looks like, but this is
I'm here now too. That's
right
the.
here in front of you.
We had to be safe too, because you know what they say. Once you have that point of separation with the missing people, so we had to.
It increases the odds.
Yep.
Against
Just think, because if something was coming after you up there, I would have had to make this, or if something was getting me down there, you would have had to make that, and it's just impossible.
Well, you got to the bottom and then turned that way, and that's when it dawned on me, I'm up here by my damn self.
Yeah.
I turned around and faced
That dawned on me when when me and Adam were down here and I got up first, and I was so tired at the top of the hill. I was like, dude, anything could just really just pick me off like free.
It wouldn't take much to knock me down the hill.
Yeah.
Stand up for a minute without that back. Yeah. I'll show you the sign up there. We must have passed it and I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's the washout sign.
What does it say? Washout? Just that there's a
Washout area, this is, yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. I wonder what that sign meant. So that's the trail.
That's a
over
sweet
there.
gum tree.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Maybe had that info on it. It was just sweet gum.
Then they got the beech tree up ahead too.
This looks like a beech tree right here.
Yeah, I think that's the one, yeah.
That's a squirrel's favorite food. Beech nuts.
Oh, wow.
It's the first nut of the fall season in
Good.
the Midwest. I don't know about here.
Good to know.
And a deer's favorite food in the forest, not in the lowlands, not in the scrub, not in the brush, but in the forest, is white oak.
Hmm.
Yeah. Find a white oak tree, you'll find a deer.
Fine, deer. Interesting.
And you always want to go for the food because that's where the doe are going to be. Wherever the does are at, that's where the big boys are going to be during the rut, which it is right now, starting of.
What's so crazy is this is the lowest area to the river, and that was so strenuous, you know. It's like that up there.
Yeah, this
that,
is
those
not-
other
yeah,
ones are
exactly.
way.
This is like 50 foot or more closer to the water
Yeah,
than those over there.
and it doesn't have those cliffs.
Yeah.
Those other ones, yeah, the cliffs are steep, man.
Well, even this is, there's steep spots on it. You gotta negotiate. They're pretty.
Yeah.
They're steeper than this behind you. Feels like a Jurassic Kingdom down here.
Yeah, it really is.
As you descend into the darkness, into the depths of Jurassic World.
Jurassic Kingdom.
Yeah.
But yeah, right here is where Tristan and I did some meditation and heard some weird sounds. And hopefully manifested some activity, but we snapped some pictures after and we got some weird silhouettes and shadow men and possible skunk ape beings right up there on the hill watching us. But we'd sit right here next to the gopherwood tree, the Florida Torreya. Yeah, it's right down here. And you gotta climb underneath. Yeah, young Torreya trees down there. Somewhere in that hillside, the being was watching us.
You gonna go under the bridge?
You don't have to. You can yeah, you gotta go under that though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, unless you plan on staying over there, huh?
Yeah. Walk all the way back. But yeah, right over here is the
You can't get that far. What are you doing? Stop. You're not allowed under there.
the Florida Torreya tree.
There's a feeder creek,
Yeah.
feeder stream.
Follow that all the way to its source.
Flowering dogwood. Right here.
Nice. It goes all the way up to Ohio and Indianapolis.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah.
I know they got dogwoods up there. If I collapse, I don't want it to be in front of me. Yeah.
I told you about that old gentleman that read my book and then came out here after church one time and had to get rescued, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he loved my book so much he wanted to see the Garden of Eden. And he went out at like 4 o'clock and yeah, got stuck in the dark.
Yeah.
And luckily he passed some couple that I guess put two and two together. Yeah.
Remembered him being out there.
And they called the police and they rescued him out here. Kind of funny. I'm glad he survived.
Absolutely.
Where life began.
Okay, again, right here. Talk about some, what is it now? What kind of burn is it?
Prescribed burn.
No, in my legs.
Oh.
Muscles. The chemical. When you use them a lot. I can't remember.
Feel the burn. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a actual chemical reaction that's going on.
Huh, that's pretty cool.
I'll think of it in a minute. Once I get more oxygen to my brain.
Yeah, you can catch your breath. Right here, I'm giving a tobacco offering right on this stump table overlook of the valley. Magical place that the vibes have brought us to. And Victoria Shadrick, local witch and better half of famous filmmaker from Black Bottom Studios. So the vibes are here and manifested. Thank you for letting us dive into your valleys of creation. Frogman just spotted this huge fungus looking plate on this tree. Yeah. Those would be perfect food sources to something that's living out here full time. Yup. Yeah. It's ginormous.
Take the pressure on the shoulders.
No, that's smart.
His true hobo nature came out. Even the way I scrub my feet.
Yeah.
Just might want to watch out behind me.
It's like Bando Brothers.
Yeah, right. Yeah. What was that other one? Where the 4 kids walk down the railroad tracks.
Stand By Me.
Yeah.
The best movie ever.
Yeah. Pretty good movie.
Yeah, you want to see a dead body?
And I'll show you a dead body.
Kiefer Sutherland is scary in that.
Okay. My hips, man.
Crazy hillsides right there. Something could just be perched up with its eyes right on us.
Oh, I don't doubt we've been watching sometime we was out here.
Yep.
At least portions of it, anyway.
I did hear an animal go down there. It sounded like a chipmunk or something.
Certain amount of boredom would probably sit in from watching us. It's the same thing. This guy keeps having to stop. Everybody else comes through and keeps going.
Hey, some of those people that we saw earlier, they might not have done the loop. They might have just went to the overlook and went past, you know?
Yeah, true.
So we're doing it. I remember when I was in New Mexico in the Oregon mountains, Dripping Springs. It's like straight up a mountain, uphill. And we were like dying, 3 of us who were fit. And there was a bunch of people that were like way bigger than us, and they were walking down, they're like smiling. I'm like, what the heck? But then when we got to the springs, you were so rejuvenated by the water that, yeah, you feel like $1,000,000. Plus it's downhill.
Going back.
Yeah. That's the first time I ever seen a rattlesnake in the wild, and the first time I ever seen a tarantula in the wild. And there was a place called Hermit's Cave that he was an old medicine man. He lived in a cave. Sadly, he got murdered. There's a bunch of cactus. Speaking of medicine, mescaline. San Pedro. See the world how it really is.
See the world for what it really is.
Yeah, true that. Now I'm in my Buccaneers jersey. Tampa Bay, representing.
Was there a bench at the junction? Addressing the other main drill? Probably not.
No, I don't think so. There's definitely some nature benches though.
Sorry to ask that. I can't believe how much my hips are failing me. I don't have a belt on. I have hardly anything in my pocket. So it's just I guess that's Mother Nature taking its course.
And you've probably lost weight since being out here.
And I walked at Henson's yesterday, so carried a backpack of bottles out. That's where I found my 3 good ones. To me, anyway.
I'd say they're good.
Natural progression.
Doing back camera like Scott Carpenter. He has success in the Tennessee mountains.
I look like a fish out of water back here. Gasping.
Here's one of my favorite plants, witch hazel.
Got that shrub coming out behind it?
Yep.
I assume this is this.
Yeah. And it's cool because you got witches, 8-men creatures,
a lot of oaks on the
and
ground.
angels.
Oh, here too. Oats and mushrooms. All kinds of forage in the woods.
Yeah,
Walnuts,
definitely enough to eat. I'm sure some magical berries down in some deep crevasses. And just some nearby Sasquatch stories that all connect to this place. The Kevin Saunders incident down the Apalachicola National Forest. Bloody Bluff has stories of a ghost hearse and a dog man. And also in Chattahoochee is where the Bridges family is, and that's where that slime appeared on the front glass door. And the woman, Carolyn, believes she is an ancient ancestor to a deity, and that is what is magnetizing these creatures: alien, dogmen, Bigfoot, rake, and other cave-like monsters. And Stacy Brown also saw a demon horse in Chattahoochee. Donnie Miller had an encounter at Torreya State Park on the Torreya Challenge Trail. Ninja Ronnie and I also heard something wading through the creek right where Matt Moneymaker said the skunk ape liked to hang out. So it all definitely connects and combines in this region and area. And there's the Rocky Creek rod bender, the Caryville wood ape, and even the ancient structures that they found in Lake Seminole might be linked to the Mayans and the Incans. Then you add in the Fort Walton people and the same tribes that built the Kolomoki pyramids and the Chattahoochee Mound complex. It all aligns with the summer solstice and winter equinox. All that is very advanced, so they're either very in tune with nature or had connection with something beyond normal. And all we can do is come out here and retrace the steps of the ancient ones and see what we can manifest and magnetize and just collect.
We're still not back on the main trail.
No,
Wow.
that's a loop.
I gotta sit down right here for the log.
We're here in the swamp with the ghost box going. We're gonna see if we can communicate with any spirits or energy sources out here. Is there anybody out there that wants to communicate? What is your name? Is Adam, Eve, or Cain out there and available? Is there any spirits of soldiers out here? Is this the true Garden of Eden? Are the Sasquatch still out here? Is there cave monsters? Is the serpent still roam through the valley? Has something been watching us on our hike today? Are we welcome out here? Say one of our names. If there's any creatures out there, please make a sound.
Yeah, I'm soaked. I sweat.
Frogman and I just got out of the loop, which is arguably the most strenuous part of the Garden of Eden Trail. And it's starting to drizzle and get a lot of weird windy weather. So definitely gotta keep a solid pace, but add some adventure to our adventure. It's pretty wild, just this whole Sahara, savanna, prairie.
You have to keep the knowledge in mind that something could be laying down 40 foot away out there and you would not see it.
Easily, yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it's solid black, jet black.
It camouflages so much, yeah.
You would not see it.
You're right.
Unless it chose to reveal itself. That might help. You know, something else is like on a stick like this. You might see more than otherwise. Like in places like this, put it on a stick.
Right.
And hold it up.
Yeah, rip one of our shirts if we really needed to. You know,
if we had to, wanted to, yeah.
Man, that tree right there, that's like
it
this
looks like
bear.
an outpost sentinel of some kind.
That's so cool, yeah.
Yeah, you expect to see turkey vultures.
Yup, exactly.
And big old funky condors, the California condors.
Yep.
That's what you expect to see sitting up there on the branch.
That was so cool we got to see. That was so cool we got to see a bald eagle earlier.
Yes, absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely, right in front of us.
Right on the overlook. That was magical. That was like meant to happen.
That's been this. We've seen birds before too. I think when we were down there, when we saw that bird. I think we were on the Bloody Bluff side.
Mm-hmm.
When we were on the road.
Yeah, we saw a bear when we were in Tatel.
I looked on the map. That is all legal for me to hunt.
That's
on
perfect.
Bloody Bluff side.
Yeah.
Yep. There's no camping over there anywhere close.
Well, I think there's a camp. I think there's a campsite at Bloody Bluff. Yeah.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there was a couple sites. I would love to camp there one night too.
We know that there's one at
Right at Deep Creek.
Deep Creek.
This is cool. This could be a little portal.
This is like another one of those
I feel like a new man.
locations.
Yeah, for real.
Expect to see 7 or 8 of them laying around with little ones. A couple stinking carcasses.
Yup.
Lion lair.
That new movie with Idris Elba was really cool with the lions in it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Forget it. What is that? Beast.
Beast, yeah.
Yeah, it's called Beast.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
I enjoyed it.
At least we're on the main trail anyway. But yeah, I'm feeling a little drizzle now too.
Yeah, it's definitely getting dark and those clouds are moving.
Yeah. I may get it when we get back. I don't know. I like to get up the last. We got two hard inclines.
Yep. And yeah, when the first time I was out here, it was pouring rain. It was like flooding rapids down those.
No way.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I didn't know better, you know. Like now I know it was kind of risky. Before I was just like, all right, I just gotta get back to the car, you know. Now I've been out here so many times, and I've been stranded now a few times, so I know how bad it can get. Yeah. Yeah, when we were under the bridge, under the highway, and David had to save us, that's when I was like, man. Even at Bellamy Bridge when we got stranded too, that was rough.
Well, we would get stranded out here just so much as we get made to feel very, very miserable.
Right. But I doubt we'd get stranded, but say it was like a flash flood and like maybe we wouldn't be able to pass a couple of those areas, you know, like we wouldn't be able to get past a low zone, so we'd have to camp out here. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. At least I got my nighttime supply of meds.
Yeah. And we got one more joint to last us.
Yeah.
Hey, we could stretch that. I've stretched, you know.
Half at a time.
Yeah, the best ones know. Sometimes you get to the bottom of the bag. That bottom corner lasts as much as the rest of the bag did.
Yeah. Been here, done that.
Yeah.
More than once. We haven't even made it back to the bridge that we stopped at. That was the bottom of the second one, wasn't it?
Yep.
So we'll come to that first. It'll be downhill to that first, then we'll have to go uphill. That'd be a good spot for a break. I do remember this stretch. I don't remember it being this long. I think somebody stretched it out on us.
Yeah. Yeah, you go in to the overlook, a new man out. Especially that loop.
Yeah, I'm feeling more and more mist.
Yeah, it's relieving because it feels great, but it's also like, oh no.
Yeah, all right. Too much of it's not going to be very good.
Yeah, I feel a monster beast coming.
It is what it is.
Yep.
It will.
I think it adds to it.
And I'm pretty sure I won't melt.
Yeah, the witch hazel. All the witches out here might melt.
Bigfoot will come out here and abduct us and take us to a cave where we stay dry for the night and then carry us out.
Just like the Amazon wild woman that took care of CB Tate inside a big tree, you know?
I can lay my head on her hairy bosom
Hey, hopefully she's got a
before she snaps my
hot
neck
sister.
and bites my head off.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard one abduction story. Female Bigfoot took a man and then licked his palms and his feet raw, so that way he couldn't escape. And then she threw him in a little hole, and she had her way with him. But one day he ended up escaping.
Well, I would think the story got out.
Yeah. Then Trapper Bauman, that story of him getting kidnapped by a Sasquatch, and then
Yeah, and carried over the shoulder.
Yep. Yep. And they end up saying that could have been Teddy Roosevelt writing in a different pseudonym because he had big plans.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Albert Osman, he got taken too.
Okay, so I see anything soon coming up to set on? Topic. People of all walks and talks of life are drawn to the Bigfoot subject for whatever reason. I'd say, my personal opinion, I would think it has a lot to do with the suspense and the mystery of it all. After all, who doesn't love a good mystery?
Right.
Or suspense, you know, even a thriller mystery kind of thing.
And it's like the all-time greatest hunt. You know, we're always like winning that trophy.
Well,
and
you know what they say about him, about Bigfoot, about them? World champion hide and seek
yeah.
players.
And I think the connection, just like they might be our big brother, you know, like that like yearning for
urine.
something more.
I smell urine.
That's funny, I say
I
yearning.
came out of it. I smelled it right back there. You know what? I think I did. I'm probably smelling myself. Mine's very, yeah, anyway.
You marked your territory.
Yeah, it was necessary.
That shows, though, that it stays, the
Well,
smell.
it shows you about odors in the woods.
Yeah,
They linger.
that's true.
There doesn't have to be an actual physical presence. Sometimes it's just the odor that's left from the presence. Yeah, I know this is all this downhill has a price.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it
On the
does.
other side of that bridge, I would think. Yeah, see, we're still going downhill. We've been going downhill for 3 minutes. This is just one of them. We got one crossing after this.
Nice and dark under the canopy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The second time we drop, it probably will be. We're real close to it. I've walked in the woods lots. And there's 2 of us.
Right.
So it'll make it a little difficult for either one of us to get got.
And we have matches, so we could start a fire tonight if we did get stranded.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, I do have enough of that stuff in my pouch, on my backpack.
We got 2 knives, we could sit back to back, worst comes to worst, you know?
We still got a little bit of munchy stuff in there.
Yep.
I don't know if you do or not.
Yeah, I do. My mom gave me some of those homemade trail mix
There's the bridge over there.
and the peanuts.
Over there. This is where we sat down at that time.
Yep.
Right on the other side of the bridge. Where's the bridge go up there?
Yep. The ascension.
Tell you what I can do. It's a lot easier. The easiest thing for me is to sit down right here.
Yeah.
And I can get up easy too, yeah. It may not be a bad idea to keep going.
Yeah, definitely. We're here in the name of the great creator, representing the one who died for us all. And if there's anything out there, we appreciate the company, and we're just trying to build the bridge stronger of the forest in the natural way.
Appreciate your tolerance and understanding. And your willingness to allow us safe passage.
One night we'll camp out here, and we hope you visit us around our fire.
Right here would be a good spot. Right here by this creek. In the wintertime, you'd have to do it in the wintertime.
Thank you.
Put the ladder down.
Yeah.
Sure do. Gotta have a ladder to get back in the boat. And the sharks don't care. All sharks see is food.
Yeah.
All right, we probably should go. sitting there ain't gonna get it done.
That's cool.
You gotta hear them in the woods in the dark
Yeah.
when you're sitting still in your hunting spot. It's like,
Wonder if they're starting to react to me, you know, hooting and yelling to them, because we haven't heard them earlier.
I'd say more likely just that time of the day.
Time of the night, yeah.
They'll start coming out now towards dark, and then they'll be out all night, hooting and hollering and flying around. It'll startle you if you don't know they're around,
Yeah.
and they fly over you.
And there's a connection.
It'll sound just like you would imagine. You know, swooshing of the wings.
There's a connection between owl and the missing people, and they say alien connection, and others say Native American spirits reborn. This is the one you might have to sit and swing your legs again.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I can give you a hand if you want me to.
Yeah, let me sit down and go from there. I suppose it still could be, but one end, they're both ends are suspended. Where did it come from? Oh, it came from that stump right there. Yeah. So it's suspended. The other end.
Definitely just a weird spot. So we're gonna put some satsumas as tribute. Hopefully that will bring in some type of creature.
But you can see them up there, just not real quick and easy, which is good.
Yeah, good for, we don't want hikers to see them.
Exactly.
And I'm sure anything else that we want, we'll kind of sniff them out or at least just feel them. But that's a pretty cool marker, I'd say, to leave them at.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be the spot.
Right at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect.
Absolutely. Stamina is less.
I love this tree right here. We've
Yeah.
taken pictures next to it before. It's always a cool marker.
It's kind of you expect to see a fairy or a leprechaun sitting on.
Yeah, just perched up right on it. That'd be
Or
pretty
have
cool.
a rope, two ropes. There's vines down to a bench.
Yeah, yeah, like a little swing.
swing,
Yep, that'd be so cool.
Make it out of vines and use a log for the bench.
What if we come back here in a couple weeks and it's already built? Like he's like, hey, good idea.
Yeah.
The Puckwudgies, the Ewoks,
There's lots of
leprechaun.
vines and pieces of log in the woods in here, in this area.
At Scott's Trailhead, the one in Ecofana Creek, there's a bunch of little gnome and like little figurines and stuff, so it makes it a little bit more magical.
The only other thing I could think to help me in my quest to carry more gear with me when I go in the woods walking is like a golf cart. Have you ever seen the three-wheel ones that are only meant to carry one bag? They're not motorized. They're kind you pull behind you.
Uh-huh.
You ever seen one of those?
I think like a pull cart, yeah, like for a golf like basically for golf clubs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I think I had my own at one point, my own pull cart, so I never had to pay that extra like $3.
Exactly, for a cart or a rental.
Yeah, well, or for a pool cart, because a pool cart costs about $3 to rent, and then an actual rental for a cart is probably like $9 nowadays, you know?
Yeah.
And then you have your dummy friend drive it into a bunker, and then you owe about $9 grand.
But see, I got a red wagon, one of them collapsible kind you get from Kmart.
Yeah,
I got one of those. It's standing there in the shed.
I think my mom's got like a wagon with heavy duty tires, but you saw at Hinson's, like that walk back is too treacherous that, you know, the wagon would probably spill.
If you cross the field and go that way, you'd probably be okay. And don't fill it up over the edge, the lip of the wagon either.
Right, right.
There's some way to secure everything as well.
Of course.
You probably carry quite a bit. But going back out, there ain't gonna be no cakewalk with a wagon full of glass.
Heck no. And you have to pull the wagon in. At least we don't have to pull anything in when we go in, you know?
Well, yeah, at least it's empty.
Right, right.
You're still gonna want to set it up because it's heavy enough that you ain't gonna want to carry it.
Yeah, you're not gonna walk it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do two plastic bag full, and you know, one in each arm and then one in my backpack. So I'd have at least 50 pounds of glass every time. When I went with my mom and when I went with Chris, they both filled up their bag too much that the bag ripped. I'm like, guys, we got to make it back to the car or else this is nothing, you know?
Yeah. I wrapped my bag up. When I found those three, I knew I wasn't going to be staying long. So I wrapped them individually.
Mm-hmm.
I had lots of plastic bags and I got them in my backpack now.
Yeah, I got a black one in there too, just in case. Torreya, there's a couple bottle pits.
Is there?
And there's a roller coaster, like carts that are abandoned in the woods too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't seen those with my own eyes, but I've seen pictures.
Yeah, you need to pull back up that scientist video.
Definitely.
Find that one.
Yeah, Alum Bluff.
Allen's Bluff.
Garden of Eden Trail here in Florida, Bristol, Florida. Truly a magical place. Right there, the Garden of Eden, the original signs, birthplace of Adam. It says gopher trees right there, Torreya trees. Where Adam and Eve built their first home. Very cool. Yeah, there used to be a pavilion and everything right in the front. This used to be a nice attraction. I feel like Bristol should like really get behind it more, you know?
Yeah.
All we can do is keep spreading awareness.
Yep. Yep, that's what you can do. I was surprised by how little Torreya is visited.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm surprised by that.
It's really tucked. It's tucked like in a corner, you know, because it takes a while to even get there off of the highway.
Apparently it is tucked in enough of a corner that you have what's called lessened activity, or lessened interest because of the distance, I assume.
Right. It's crazy because Torreya is like right across from Ocheesee Landing.
Yep.
You know, which is right by my house. And then to get to Torreya, you have to drive through Bristol or through Chattahoochee, you know, if you're going the highway way.
Yep.
So you have to like go all the way across the river and then come all the way back because there's only one way, I guess, to the river, to the overlook, to the White House, to the Gregory House, to the Skunk Ape Central.
You going to work tomorrow?
Yeah. One good thing is I'll get to edit this video and upload it.
All right. Really?
Some kind of structure.
Wow. See trash laying around, do you?
There was a can, but I don't know. It might be an old hunting blind. But yeah, this is a big metal structure right here. Yeah, it might have been like a little hunting blind or maybe an outhouse. But this is right on the service road, so that's pretty interesting.
Probably a hunting blind.
Yeah. Wow.
The metal doesn't look that old.
And this even still has like the netting, you know?
Yeah.
And that would deteriorate over years.
Reclaim it.
That's cool. I had beauty berry jam one time. That was awesome.
I'm looking forward to trying that strawberry fig.
Yeah, I had, you know, those 2 sandwiches I had were delicious. So my mom struck gold with that. Which I love jam. So that was like perfect timing too.
Yep.
All you gotta do is survive to the Christmas and then you get new socks,
Yep.
new underwear.
Yep. New shirts maybe.
Yep, yeah, maybe some shampoo to last me the rest of the year. You know, then the whole next year.
Yeah. I like getting those kind of gifts.
Me too, that's real life, you know?
Absolutely it is. That'd be something to look down and see a big old black Sasquatch.
Right, just eyeing us up. That's what I was thinking, like when I was down there at the bottom of the river, you know, I was like, this is a time where I like see something I'm not really supposed to see.
Yeah, you didn't expect to see.
Yeah.
Like there's a service road running up beside us right here.
Yup. We walked that back the one time when it was raining. Tristan, me, and Jack. It was on my birthday. Not this year, but last year. It was awesome. Matt Moneymaker, of course, from Finding Bigfoot, and you know, the head of the BFRO. He commented on maybe that one and the Torreya one. It's kind of cool.
He said what now?
At the Torreya one, he was like, "You're only gonna find them over by the creek," and
Oh yeah.
and that's where we did have some activity. So it was, I don't know. Some people said it was like a backhanded compliment. He was like, "Yeah, good job out there at Torreya, but you're not gonna see them most of the places where you're hiking. You're just gonna see them at the creek." And other people are like, "Hey, you never know where they're gonna be, you know?"
Absolutely, yeah. I guess that's what your little Sasquatch or skunk ape radar is telling you, huh?
And I guess that's why we're out there. We're just trying to figure it out. And that's all we could do.
Trying to discover what the truth really is.
Yep.
I don't know if we're meant to. I really don't.
Yeah.
I think or feel. I kind of wonder if we as a sentient being, our species, can handle the truth. I really don't know if we can. Society as a whole is very fearful.
Right.
Very fearful.
And this natural world is a lot more than they give us. So yeah, I don't.
Yeah. There's a lot more involved, or a lot more going on than what they lead you to believe.
Right.
Not all of it's very nice. Not all of it's very mean. There's a lot of good stuff that they just don't tell us about because it doesn't fit their narrative.
There's a squirrel running down this tree right here. That's cool.
Yeah, right here beside us.
Yeah, Tarzan.
Start with him. He's like, where? Oh, this is the second time down, isn't it?
Getting close to it. We go down those staircase, you know?
Oh, yeah. And we got one more up. And then a 10-mile walk back to the truck.
Pretty close to it.
Yeah, that's what it's going to feel like. A lot of stopping in that, but at least we'll be out of the holes. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is so we're going to get stranded out here tonight. Let it be in this spot right here. Right up there against that log.
The highland, yeah.
We got bug spray with us. We spray the ground down, spray us down. Stretch out a yellow poncho so emergency rescue people and Sasquatch, skunk ape can find us.
Hey, there's been a lot of stories of, you know, Sasquatch rescuing, you know, children.
Oh, yeah. I've seen them, I've heard them, or I've heard them.
Yeah.
Because you don't really see stuff on YouTube. I don't do any other social media. I really just don't. I don't know if it's a generation. I guess it's a generational thing. I guess I didn't learn the willingness or the familiarity, with social media devices. I hear school exploding. They are, you know, because first you have to invent the devices, and then people have to become accustomed to them, and become proficient with them, and increase exposure to them. Oh yeah, here we go. This is down here. Yeah, let me stop for a second, and then when I take off, I'll be able to go further because it's down here.
I'm trying to find this airplane helicopter thing that's hovering over us.
That sounds like a truck.
You think it's a truck that far away?
Yeah.
Wow.
With some loud exhaust.
I was like waiting for a helicopter to just, you know, appear.
Yeah, that's not an aerial. That's something on the
Yeah,
ground.
now it definitely sounds like something on the ground.
Yeah, and even slower tomorrow. Oh yeah, there we go.
The medicine.
I'll have to take a check. Make sure I check good for any
Ticks.
more critters. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a little gun shy now.
Yeah,
coming
me
back
and
from
you.
the woods.
2022 got us tick-wise. Me and you both got pretty
You held
effed
me
up.
good. Even the doctor said that. He said, "Yeah, it's like you got you pretty good."
Not a tick, but some kind of
Critter.
cool.
Oh yeah, I
bug.
see it moving there now. It looks like might be a lightning bug.
It looks like it. Florida lightning bug. He's enjoying himself.
Yes, I am. Oh, let him in the bug. Ah.
Where life began.
The Garden of Eden.
That's a weird scream.
That was a person.
Yeah.
That wasn't Sasquatch. That was a person.
Unless it
Which
was
way
a
is the
unless it was a banshee.
which way is the parking lot?
That way. Yeah. So I'm guessing it's either someone at the family, you know, a family member at that house.
Oh, right there by the parking lot. Yeah, I forgot about that.
But from the strange crap I've seen in the woods, there's still a small percentage. It's like, oh, that
I'm glad
familiar.
I found that. I
Let's
needed
go-
it.
Yeah. Let's go to that familiar sound. Well, that's the last thing you ever do.
Yeah. I just don't know if we're meant to understand everything in this world. I mean, it doesn't matter how many billions of us there are. How puny are humans in the big scheme of things? You know, physically, the only thing that makes us superior is our intellect.
Our consciousness.
It's our intellect. Even being conscious is not. Dogs are conscious, horses
Right.
are conscious. You know what I'm saying? It's our intellect. But look how stupidly we've squandered that.
Right, exactly.
You know, so
Some would say the animals are
puny-
thriving more than us.
yeah, they're more in tune with the earth. Well, look at all the things that have been happening lately with the animals going in circles.
Yeah, that's
Have you
so
noticed-
crazy.
have you been hearing about that? Yeah. So there's that, you know. I mean, but how puny is man? We really are puny in the big scheme of things.
Dolphins
And
are beaching themselves again.
Yeah. So we're not. I don't think we're meant to know or meant to understand all the goings on in this world or universe. I just really don't.
You're right.
You want to walk and smoke it?
No, we might as well enjoy it.
Okay, I'll talk about that.
I've done enough times when I'm like, yeah, let's walk and smoke, and I'm like, you know what, man, I would have loved to just
Sit still.
sit still.
Yeah.
Plus,
I am
you know,
going
if
to dump
we're
that
out-
water out unless you want it. I'm going to drink more of it.
No, yeah,
I'm not going to carry the weight back though.
you
Might
can,
as well help
yeah,
out.
dump it, help,
Help myself.
and you can
as
always fill
much.
it back at the
Yeah, that's true.
the
I didn't
water.
think of that.
Water well. But it's also good technique just to sit here and wait as well and let the camera roll and see if we hear anything.
I'm hearing traffic on the road.
Yeah.
That sounds like cars, vehicles. I've heard that so much in my life that I know the sound of traffic.
Right. It's weird how it like some parts you can't even hear the traffic, and then other parts you can.
Well, you probably can't hear all of the traffic.
Certain. Yeah.
The big trucks.
Yeah, you're right.
The passenger cars, you're probably not going to hear. Maybe some big SUVs that have got some bigger tires on them. You know what I'm saying? That's what you'll hear.
Right.
So that's what it seems like to me anyway from here.
I'm
very pleased with finding that grape of cola.
It still looks pretty bright, you know, on the camera. But it's
Yeah,
it's getting a little
dark in here, yeah. You know what I am? I'm very, very pleased with finding that grape of cola.
Yeah, that is really
and
cool.
I've never heard of Buffalo Rock either. It was bottled in Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah, just like the grape of cola says got Birmingham, Alabama on it.
I definitely have some Buffalo Rock ones, so those are really cool. Yeah.
The
Chiro Cola.
No, the other one, the Purity. It says Mariana, Florida on it.
That's weird. I want to see that one.
Susan said she remembered there being a Purity drinking water.
Wow.
So that may be what it was.
That's
and
amazing.
Being at all the wells and those rivers and the water in the Mariana area, it's not a far cry to think somebody was bottling spring water.
Yep.
If they were able to make their own bottles, and it says bottled, owned by Mariana Bottling, as it says on the bottle. So I don't know about the rarity of it. It's pretty chipped up. It's pretty beat up, but it's still whole.
Yeah.
The whole bottle is still there.
If it's not rare, at least it's cool to this area, you know.
And it's the very first one I found. So for me,
that's treasure.
That's a treasure piece. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It'll be displayed prominently and with all the other, you know, stuff. It'll be at the front of the display. Which I got shelves. I'm gonna put stuff on. All right, we better.
They make good presents too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would think so. Yeah.
Like I've gifted a bunch. Tim and Winnette, they're Sasquatch researchers in the Green Swamp. I gave them a whole tote.
Oh, Central. Yeah. Tim T.
Yep, Tim T. Yeah. Mid Florida research team.
Yeah. You gave them a bunch.
Yeah. They always let me stay with them when I stay in Lakeland.
Cool.
And Winnette collects glasses too, and she traded me, and then I left like a bunch for her, and they're hers now.
Yeah. Well, especially the ones that you got like 3 and 4 of.
And she paid me some money too, but I gave the rest to her as a friend. But yeah, gladly. Like, you know, if I'm not making a living off of it, then I'll just give them out. You know, I'll gladly share the. So like one time at one of the conferences, they were doing a 50-50 drawing, and they were giving out stuff, and like after, of course, it's hindsight, but I was like, dang it, I should have just gave them a little tote, and then they could have gave away 20 of them, and then 20 people that went to the conference, they get their number called, they'd feel a little bit better because they're going home with some treasure, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'd be cool.
Free is always best.
Yeah.
Another gimmick is door prizes. Door prizes
exactly.
work wonders.
That's kind of what it was. It was 50-50 in door prizes. Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad used to always do like fundraisers and stuff, you know, and it's genius.
People always love the word free.
Yep.
Anything with the word free on it is going to have a line standing there waiting for it or trying to get to it. Usually, unless it's fucking free prunes or something, and there's even nuts in the world that'll
wait
stand
for that.
in line for that. Yeah. I don't need prunes help. Speaking of which, I'm going to have to get up and move. I'm starting to get the bowel issues going on.
Nice. The people will be able to relate to that. Probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, they will. Everybody knows how it feels.
It's the truth. I mean, that's the truth. Your bowels go to growling and hurting. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting hungry. I don't think so though, because we didn't eat. We had a late lunch. We didn't snack until it was probably 2 or 3 o'clock anyway, wasn't it? That's the time of the day I usually eat. So I'm just.
But you don't sweat this much usually either,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, there is that. I don't usually get this much exercise in one day's time. It's a Garden of Eden trail after all.
It'll bring the best out of you.
Yeah, we actually got some communication from Peyton. That was pretty cool. And I know she's glad. She didn't even realize we sent them chocolates. And she didn't realize they were liqueur truffles.
Got her a little
Very rich.
feeling good.
No, well, she said she'd had tried one. And then Susan told her, she said, you know those got alcohol in them, right? She said, no. And she said, yeah, they do. And Susan said, well, don't eat the whole box. You might get drunk. And that's what Peyton said, well, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to eat the whole box.
My guy just hit me up with some pictures of some mushroom candy bars, you know? They're like $45 a candy bar, and those would be good.
They're mushrooms?
Yeah, and
No,
those
I
would be
ain't
good to take out in the
I ain't
forest.
touching that. I did mushrooms in my, oh, Lord, I was 19 or 20.
There's definitely a connection between that brain activity and the ancients and, you know, spells and rituals and nature.
I was in the National Guard, too.
Oh, wow.
It was at the end of a weekend drill. We get done on drill. We would get done on our drills on a Sunday evening, and we went back to two or three of the other guys I was in the Guard with shared an apartment. They lived in one town, and I lived in the other town 4 miles away. So we went back to their apartment, and they had it sitting on the stove ready for us when we got back. They cooked them up in grape Kool-Aid.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I've never...
And I drank a great big old glass of them. They was telling me, don't do it. You better just take a half a glass, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I've had like mushroom tea where it was like brewed, but never like mixed into something like grape Kool-Aid. Like that seems crazy. I've had them on like peanut butter and jelly and stuff. And pizza.
I didn't leave their apartment for 3 days.
Wow. Yeah, you were faded.
I refused to leave the couch. I said, nope.
That's hilarious.
You're gonna leave me alone. It's like I stayed there for 2 nights, and that third day, I went ahead and left.
Nice.
But we just came back from guard drill, and I lived at home. Still lived at home with Mom and Daddy, but it was easy enough to say, yeah, well, you know, we got drunk.
Yeah. Still just wore out. They pushed us to our limit.
Yeah.
Do you remember the story about Little Miss Lake Pan? The girl.
I didn't know that story until I think I'd seen you had a video on it. I didn't know the story, and I lived there. So no, I don't. I mean, I still don't really know. I guess she got abducted. Is that what happened?
Yeah, and she's Jane Doe. They never were able to find out. And two hitchhikers found her body.
They were walking. They had to have been walking on that bridge.
Yep.
Then.
Yep.
See, now that just by itself is a pretty risky venture.
I know, because you saw my video. That I was there for a minute, and I almost died like 10 times.
Just to walk across that bridge, you're taking your own. That's like us standing at the edge of the cliff.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You do what you want to do, but that's seems like a bit much to me.
And over there, they filmed Jeepers Creepers as well.
Yeah, the jail was there, wasn't it?
Yeah, in Reddick. Reddick High School is where the jail was, and then Lake Pan, the diner, is in Lake Pan, and then
it was that airboat place out on 44 that they filmed at. That was the diner, I'm pretty sure. It wasn't in Lake Pan. It was on the edges of Lake Pan. It was on the 44 goes off. It goes from 75 to Inverness. It goes all the way over to Leesburg and further.
And 44 is a highway.
Yeah,
because it's right on the highway.
It was right on the highway. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this front door. Yeah, that's I actually tried to sell a guy a trailer that had trailers there.
And then what's one of those bars that are right over there, like Shooters or something? There's like a bar there.
Oh, there's a dam pub that's right on there's a dam on the Withlacoochee River right there at Lake Panasoffkee, and there's a pub there right where the dam's at. It's up, the pub's on the ground, of course.
There's a story though, one of the bars there, and it might be the same pub, the owner of the pub got a picture of a skunk ape, and he has it like behind the bar, and I've always wanted to see it, but I've never got an opportunity.
That might be Catfish Johnny's.
That's what it is Catfish Johnny's.
That's a restaurant.
Yeah, like, you know, it serves alcohol.
The guy that built that place passed here just like since we've been back down here.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
so that would have been the guy, yeah.
He's the one that built the place, yeah. Originally, he passed and his wife was still alive, and it's gone. We used to be pretty frequent patrons. We liked it.
Do you remember seeing the skunk ape picture there or anything?
No. I don't remember seeing it, but that don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
And that might not have been where it was at. There were other places too. Not that I can think of right offhand, but I'm sure that wasn't the only restaurant in existence in Lake Pan ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that just rings a bell though. I have a video of the guy talking about it too. So we have, you know, We have the breadcrumbs we can actually get the information on.
Well, you want to drink this?
I got some water. Yeah, the trees will. The sun going down. Dark clouds overhead. Perfect time to be looking for strange stuff in the forest.
Oh, this will earn me another stop somewhere here in a second.
Yeah.
Haven't quite climbed out yet. Oh, it's right here, isn't it? It's going to flatten out now.
Yeah.
A little bit in front of us, it looks like. Well, let me lean against this tree for a second, since I can see open ground. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Did somebody leave something on this piece of log?
Might just be fungus. As I always like to point out, the pine cone follows the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence.
Pineal gland?
Yep, in our pineal gland, the pineal gland, our third eye. So there's literally a pine cone right in the center of our mind. It's a spirit molecule.
So this is where the gorges started then. So theoretically, you should be able to drop down to the bottom of this one and follow that waterway out to the river.
All the way.
I don't know why you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, the water flows,
Water,
you know,
exactly.
unless it goes underwater, underground at one
yeah.
point.
Which is possible too. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
because I've seen them go into hillsides and stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely good to check another one of off our bucket list. Got more to come. Ecafana Creek.
I'm not out yet.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
I'm still in the woods.
I filmed a big snake right here before too, and it was kind of funny. I'm like, oh, there's the serpent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was just a black snake right there.
They're out here, ain't they?
Oh,
Look,
yeah.
I had a little help with that one.
Yeah, you get a little
Springboard.
hydraulics.
Yeah.
And then I know I filmed a ring neck snake here. I love those little ones that have a little ring around their neck.
Yeah.
That was a little small one. Literally looked like a worm.
But he had eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So you know it. That's when you know it ain't a worm.
Yeah.
When it's got eyes and it's looking at you. So that ain't no damn worm.
Hell no.
Don't try to put that on your hook.
Yeah, you're right.
You'll be the snake bait.
I loved back in the day in Ohio with my grandpa, Peepaw. We'd go on Cat's Run, which is like a creek goes into Ohio River, and we'd have mini traps out, and sometimes the snake would get into the mini trap and it would drown, you know, but it was huge and it would eat all the minnows. It was just like, man.
Yeah, then you wouldn't have no bait, and all you'd have is that fat sassy snake in there.
And I'm waist deep getting it, you know, and I'm like, oh, there's got to be
Probably
more
looking you in
snakes.
the eye, yeah.
Really funny.
The trap is with a snake in it. Which means the snake's looking you in the eye.
And right at the mouth of Cat's Run, near where it gets deep and big into the Ohio River, is where I saw like two creatures, basically two humps in the water. And I always thought they were like alligator or something, but Indiana muck mermaids. That's a Ohio River cryptid. Plus the mantis man, which is the green-clawed beast. Could just be like a gill man, creature from the Black Lagoon type creature.
When I was a kid, there was a manatee in in the canal not far right down the road from our house.
Uh-huh.
And the canal was landlocked. There's no way for it to get in there. except for through a series of pumps that were very rarely used.
Yeah.
So that's how they figured it got in there. It got in there from Lake Okeechobee. They had to come and rescue that one.
Wow.
Of course, our neighbor was a conservation officer back in the 70s. Mutt Davis, or not Mutt Davis, but his last name was Davis.
That's
Mutt
awesome.
Thomas was my dad's boss man. His first name was Mutt. He was a ranch owner, owned thousands of acres in South Florida. Had it all: produce, cattle, trucking, farmers, farm tractor, you know, all the, yeah.
Wonder if he ever had any cattle mutilations or migrant workers going missing.
No, not that I ever remember. I remember Daddy found one of the first ones to discover the walking catfish
Oh,
in South Florida,
wow.
because he dug canals for a living.
Uh-huh.
Drive out there and you know, they'd have either they'd strip it off or they'd tell him, and he stripped off the topsoil, then they'd blast the cap rock and they'd dig it out. And as they're digging all this stuff out, they're throwing it up on the banks, making a road.
Yeah.
That's the objective of the work they're doing, is building a road
Alongside the
out
canal.
into the produce fields. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, it winds up being alongside the canal because you got to dig the canal and have the material for the road.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Yeah. What was my point?
The walking catfish.
Oh yeah, you know, he didn't always dig new canals. He had to go back and clean canals that he had dug in the past, or that were already there from the past, to clean them out of vegetation.
Uh-huh.
Because canals in the state of Florida will plug up. I think we've probably all seen some kind of evidence of a vegetation choked waterway,
Right.
a body of water. And he would dig. When you do that, naturally you're going to dig out the turtles and the fish and the snakes and the walking catfish. He noticed these catfish were moving 30-40 minutes after, you know, for a while after he had dug them out, and they were laying in the water, laying up there out of the water.
Yeah.
They were moving from the pile back towards the canal.
Yeah.
And he you know, he wasn't doing it. Well, how's the catfish doing that? He started watching them, and oh, it's raining. That's when they started discovering that a catfish had developed the fin along the bottom side of their bodies, two of them, one down each side of their bodies, and they wiggled back and forth on it, similar to the motions of a snake,
Yup.
and slither across the ground. And at the same time, obviously, they developed some kind of ability. I see a vehicle over there to the right. They developed some kind of ability to breathe oxygen out of the water, out of the water.
Yup.
So, or process it, or hold their breath, or something. I don't know what they did.
Just like a bowfin.
Yeah, I don't know what they did.
They survived. That's what they did.
Exactly. He was, because I remember he took them to that place on the south edge of the town that we lived in. I got to stop again.
All right.
Called Gatorland.
Oh yeah.
There's a little zoo
I've been there
on
before.
the south edge. Well,
I've been in the one kissing me.
yeah, those Gatorlands they've been all over the state of Florida.
Oh wow.
Throughout history. There've been Gatorlands in different locations from different people.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's just something that
Floridians do.
Yeah, well, I just now noticed that's the water tank.
Yeah, that's the tank. We're right there.
Oh, that's not that far from where the woods start. Not comparatively speaking.
Right.
To the rest of the walk, because the woods start right there.
It would be nice if the tank was like maybe close, like farther into the walk. It would be worth it. You know, this it doesn't.
That's 200 yards.
Yeah.
I would have thought that 200 yards would be further from that sign they got up there. I see a red light.
Here's the water tanker as the rain is starting to calm down.
We survived the Garden of Eden Trail.
Yes, we did. Can't wait till our next adventure.
I will not be able to walk for 2 days, but I survived it.
Yeah, we're gonna sleep well. Can't wait to shower and look for ticks. I'm already feeling a little scratchy.
My body's so hot that the ticks just won't have a chance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They just won't have a chance.
That's what I always think with the finding the bottles. It's like, couldn't we just like hop in the river and the current? Like, wouldn't
Wash them
that?
off?
Yeah.
Well, the temperature, if you get that water hot enough, they'll get it. Yeah, I don't want too long.
But yeah, you can't heat the whole river, so I guess it wouldn't really work.
Exactly. Well, and that water's never going to get hot either.
Yeah.
Not the Chipola or the Apalachicola. They're going to always be, what, 72 degrees?
I just thought maybe the swift current and it's water, it should like overall just, you know, kind of just swirl it out, but
I can almost feel a feather in my step now.
yeah.
Okay, maybe not. I still got this wobbling thing going on back here from my hips. You know, when something hurts, you don't realize how much you tend to favor it
Right.
or not use it as much as you might otherwise. I just saw a light straight ahead of us.
That's what happens sometimes when like my foot hurts and then I favor it and then my other foot starts hurting because I'm walking funny the whole time, you know?
What's just going on right now? Yeah, I did see light.
But yes, until next time, guys, keep an eye out for more expeditions, more books, more movies, more adventures, conferences, campouts, treasure hunting,
And more frogman.
more frogman adventures, that's for dang sure.
I do see red taillights up there where we're parked.
Someone's scoping us out.
Yep. There's pylons all along the riverbank, right down here along the shore. Great big posts sticking out. Just like what they would have had in the riverbank for, you know, docking boats and small ships back in the day.
Yeah, the steamships.
I turn right at
The second one, yeah. He won't follow you too long, just here in town.
Oh yeah, I saw him back there.
Hey, I'm Connor from Bigfoot Anon, and I'm always on the hunt for the next big adventure. When you're on the trail for long hours, you build up quite the stench, enough to drive any skunk ape or yeti away. Luckily, I'm on the quest now for the solution to all my problems. Yeti bars. They do exist. Available in tons of different scents and fragrances. Check out YetiBars.net for more and use my code BA10 for a special offer. Clean like a beast. Yeti Bars!